What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and welcome to the Gencon Weekend Top 16 Breakdown. Both days, both offline and online, plus deck lists included, everything. We've heard that you were looking for Gencon lists, so we are bringing you everything from Gencon. Guys, this was so much work, so please hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us grow, help us get to 3,000 subs, and of course huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely $2 and up patrons who buy us coffee and they keep us going, and eventually we will replace the broken table. I think that is it. Let's just make this a fast one because there's a ton of info here. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown, or in this case general info. A full weekend of Dragon Ball Super card game at Gencon. 2 regional events, 2 Zenkai Cup events, both offline and online events. So we're bringing you literally everything. Deck lists included, links to the decks in the description below, everything. Huge shout out to everyone who had participated at the event, to the Bandai staff who were there, to judges, to TOs, players, everyone. Massive shout out to everyone. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, let's jump into breakdowns. First off, let's start with Saturday live tournament. I sadly don't have number of players at the event, but here is the breakdown, and we can see that Golden Frieza won. Congratulations, Golden Frieza won, and then it gets interesting. It really gets interesting. So, second place, Android 21. This is standard for NA events. This deck doesn't see success anywhere else, but it's pretty standard by now. 1 Gohan. A single Gohan on third place. So, yeah, single Gohan. Then fourth place, Majin Vegeta. Fifth place we don't have. Sadly, we don't have the 5th place, but I didn't want to postpone this video any longer. 6th place, another Android 21. Then 7th place, Sevenku, pretty fitting. Sevenku is one of those which you don't see very often. You don't see this deck very often, but sometimes he can catch people off guard, performs very well. Then we have 8th place, Trunks Jita, also one of the decks that you don't see so often anymore. 9th place, Launch. This is the red-blue version based on the one in France, the one which won in France. Then we have 11th place Majin V. No, we have 10th place Golden Frieza. 11th place we have Majin Vegeta. 12th place is Vegito BT2. So Vegito is still doing things. Vegito is still getting into top 16. This deck sadly never became as dominant as everyone thought it was gonna be, but it's pretty good. It's still a pretty good, pretty solid choice. Then we have Trunks Reboot on the 13th place, my personal pick for fighting Green Gohan. Then we have Android 21, SSG Trunks on 15th place, one of the best black decks in the game at the moment. And then Spirit Bomb on 16th place. It's cool to see Spirit Bomb perform well. Now let's check out the online event on the 5th of August. At the online event we had Frieza Swap winning. We had so many Frieza Swaps. So many Frieza Swaps. I've been telling you guys this deck is phenomenal. Frieza Swap wins. Then second place Pen Reboot. Third place Android 21. 4th place Alexander Red Gohan, congratulations. Then 5th place another Gohan, so Gohan on 4th and 5th place. Then 6th and 7th Frieza Swap again. Then 8th place Android 21, the deck which somehow keeps performing well in this region. 9th place another Green Gohan. Then 10th place another Android 21, and now we're seeing some more diversity here. So 11th place Golden Frieza, BT1, you know, the standard Golden Frieza, one of the best yellow decks in the game. Then we have Shroom and Salsa on 12th place. Shroom and Salsa. We have 2 in European regionals in the top 8, and now we're seeing one here as well. Shroom and Salsa is doing surprisingly well at the moment. Surprisingly well probably the second best black deck right now. Then 13th place Green Gohan again, 14th place Soul Striker, 15th place another Frieza swap, and then 16th place SSG Trunks. Now let's move on to day 2. First place Green Gohan, second place we don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Third place Frieza swap, fourth place Pen Reboot, 5th place Janemba Mill. Like, this day 2 Zenkai Cup is crazy. Look at this. Like, this is insanity. Then we have 6th place Android 21, 7th place Golden Frieza BT1, 8th place Hechiek, 9th place Gohan, and then Oob, 10th place Oob. Yeah, Oob has been performing very well in these at these Gencon events. Because then, like, 11th place, Expert 21. What I wanted to say, you will see Oob again, basically. Then Expert 21, 11th place. 12th place, Android 21. 13th place, another Frieza swap. Then 14th place, Cell Reboot. Cell Reboot is a pretty good one. This is a multicolored one, if I remember correctly, not the mono green hand destruction one. Then 15th place, another Green Gohan, and then 16th place, Green Android 16. Green Android 16. Wow. So yeah, this breakdown is looking amazing. There's a lot of diversity here, and although Gohan is in highest numbers, and although Gohan won this one, we can see that there's quite a lot of decks which can actually stand up to it. So yeah, now let's finally check out the online event, and then we can jump into deck lists. Finally, let's just rapidly fast go over this one, because the video is gonna be super long. First place Android 21, second place Golden Frieza, third place Spirit Bomb doing well again, fourth place Oob, yeah, fourth place Oob, amazing. Then 5th place Android 21, then 6th place SSG Trunks. So we're seeing black decks which can actually fight Gohan in the current meta. SSG Trunks is one of them, of course. 7th place Android 21, 8th and 9th place Green Gohan. Only Green Gohans here, the only ones. So yeah, the deck really isn't as good as people believe. You see, players are discovering ways to fight it. Then 10th and 11th place Golden Frieza, set 1. 12th place another Android 21. 13th and 14th place Expert 21. And then 15th place Kyle with Cell BT21. Congratulations. Like, this is the green-yellow version. So massive congratulations for topping with Cell. And then 16th place Bulma. Yeah, so anyways guys, this is the breakdown. Congratulations to everyone. Let's check out the deck lists. Alright guys, we will go through these lists lightning fast because we have 4 events to cover. First off, this was from the 5th of August live event. So first place Legends with his Golden Frieza. The list is pretty standard here. He's running the Universe 7-5 drop. He's running Golden Cooler because you are using this as your SER. You have the route with SS2 Gohan. Now more and more players are using this one in Golden Frieza. This one is phenomenal. One Mutaito in the main board for those Gohans. One of these because yeah, there is a very cute interaction with this one, especially when you look at this one, like there are things to do, and that's basically it. You know, here is the sideboard, 2 more Mutaitos expecting those Gohans, just 1 Jiraiya, that's fine, you don't need any more, and if you're going harder on Unison route, 1 more Gohan here. So okay, then we have Android 21, second place, A bit more aggressive now with heavy kick Krillins. You don't usually see these ones in the list, so this one is going more aggressive. 4 hits in the main board. There is a very cool interaction where if you play hit before your opponent gets Android 16 out, if your opponent is Gohan, you can just basically flip them and then just cause them to waste their Android 16. And what's cool is an energetic Frenzy Kefla, 3 copies. This is very interesting. Vegeta the Cruel, and the rest is standard, except like there is also Riot Javelin. That's cool to see. Very creative as far as Android 21 lists go. And then we have Gohan. This one is running Fated Rival package, and he's running the Wicked Saiyans as his SER. The cool thing here is 2 copies of King Vegeta Unison. You don't really see that one anymore. Helps you dealing with barrier. Helps you to deal with barrier. And then the rest is standard. Then we have a Majin Vegeta. We have a Majin Vegeta here running the Polish Spice with Old Masters, and the rest is pretty much standard. It's a standard list. Yep. Then we go to 7Ku, the probably dumbest name, one of the worst names. I really hate that name, but still, congratulations. We have like a very good ramp, solid ramp package here. That's what you want to do with this leader. 2 Oobs. Oob is amazing. 2 Kales, phenomenal board clear. Whis and Beerus are here to ramp you to get to 7 faster. More decks are running several copies of this one. If you don't have it yet, go pick it up. And then like you have Kaioken as the SER for 1 big energy restand swing, and then the rest is pretty standard. Now we have a Trunks Vegeta. So far this has been completely diverse. So far this has been amazing. This is the first time that I'm actually going through these lists. Yeah, pretty much a standard Trunks Vegeta list here. And yeah, the sideboard also very, very standard. Then we have Launch. This is the version that won in France. It's a version of it. But though this isn't the actual deck list, this has been changed at some point because you cannot run these ones. So unfortunately, this is the only link that we have to the deck list. So just look, it ends with Pan, and then these are the extra cards basically, and something else is here instead of them, and then the rest is the sideboard and the Z deck. Then we have another Golden Frieza, very standard. Keep in mind, please, if you're running this one, you can't use your leader to KO this one and restand. Not saying that the player has done that. I haven't even seen this event because we didn't stream it or anything. But like, if you're looking at the deck, please keep in mind you cannot do your Frieza leader's ability with this card. We see Emperor Universe 7 and Universe 7 5 drop here. It's here as well. This is just me being cheeky because that was very funny. You can't really... Don't play this one over this one. It doesn't work. So anyway, the deck is pretty standard. Then we have Majin Vegeta running 4 copies of Goku. 4 copies of Goku. And actually running this one, Son Goku facing Goku Black. Haven't seen this one in any Majin Vegeta list so far. Secret Rare is your number 1. Also running Mira. I've seen Mira a bit more often. I have been seeing it a bit more often in these yellow decks because it's still a good card. It's still a good finisher, although it doesn't have double strike anymore. Then we have a Vegito. From what I can see here is it is pretty standard, though. Like this one is running some cool toys. It's running Almighty Resistance. This isn't the Floodgate. I thought it was the Floodgate one. He's also running Omega Shenron, because why not? He's running the Shlonku Boss Monster. And then the rest is the very standard from what I'm seeing. Then we have Trunks. Good stuff Trunks, the best deck in blue to fight Gohan. Running 4 of these super combos because they're searchable. And then like the rest is standard. The only very interesting one is that there are actually 4 copies of 6 drop and only 2 copies of the 8 drop. I might have switched those ratios or at least bring this one up a bit, but this worked, so don't fix what isn't broken. Then we have another Android 18 running this super combo, and running a Godstrike Beerus. This is interesting, running Godstrike Beerus. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We also have SSG Trunks here. Very, very standard SSG Trunks list. I'm really rushing with time because we have 3 more to go through. And the final one is Spirit Bomb. The final one is Spirit Bomb. This is a cool one. It's really a cool one. It's a very well structured deck. It has extra draw with the Polish Spice here. 2 copies of Spirit Bomb. That's what you have to run here. Main decking Mutaito. 3 copies. It's a very good deck. It's very close to being super insane. Like really, if you want to try Spirit Bomb, you should go with this deck build. Like this is very good. Okay, so this is for the offline. Let's check out the online event. Now let's just fly through the online one. Let's try to keep this 5 minutes. This one had a lot of Frieza swaps. First off, congratulations to the player who won with Frieza swap. Guys, I've been telling you that this deck is insane. I'm so happy to see it perform well. Yeah, so here is the deck list. And the deck list and the sideboard. Very, very good deck. Very good deck. Then we also, one second, just checking, yeah, ratios, everything's fine. Then we have second place, Pan. Pan, mono red Pan taking second place. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's awesome to see Pan perform well. This one is quite a surprise, to be honest. For Delusions, just for extra pressure, the deck is in NA. The deck is extraordinarily expensive because you're running Broly's, you're running Gohans, you're running 4 copies of Goten, but you're running Vegeta, but the deck is very, very strong. Congratulations. Then we had third place, Android 21, also running Krillins for some added pressure. But other than that, pretty standard. Here's a noob, and there are like 2 copies of Hit Unison. Yeah, and then we have Alexander with Gohan. Congratulations, Alexander. So here is the list. 4 copies of Reddits. 4 copies of Reddits. Now, Alexander, I know that you'll probably be watching this video, so please let us know in the comments why 4 copies of Reddits. I mean, like, I have seen 1 to 2, but 4, that's very surprising. 4 copies of Monkey, and then the rest is pretty standard. Yeah, the rest is pretty standard. Then we are going with another Gohan. This one has a bit, just a bit more hand destruction, going with Dark Temptation, focusing more of these Kaiyokens. Playing Coolers and playing Wicked Saiyans as the SCR of choice. The rest is standard. That's Hunt of the Demon God. Pretty good one. Pretty good one. Another Frieza swap. Another Frieza swap. Yeah. Not so different from the first one, from what I'm seeing very briefly. Then we have another Frieza swap. Yeah, we actually have 2 Frieza swaps. So this is the 3rd one so far, and this is still in the top 8. So yeah, Frieza swap doing very well, guys. Then we have another Android 21 here. running some pseudo super combos for added defense. Of course, you have to run Oobs, one Mafuba here in case you run into Gohans. And then the rest of the list is, well, the sideboard is interesting. It has Reddit's Unison here. Then another Gohan. This one is, what's this one looking to do? This one is actually a pretty standard, well-balanced Gohan, like combination of hand destruction, and you have Monkey for some crit pressure. The only thing that really stands out here to me is Cell. This really stands out to me. I've been trying it out, still not super sold, but I have seen people playing more and more of this Cell. Not usually in, you know, top 16 lists, the ones that we cover, but I saw in Deck Planet a lot of Cells. Then another Android 21. So this is there's a lot of repetition in this one, all across the board actually. Running one of these Amasu super combos, that's very cute. And then the rest is again pretty standard, though there are like two of these babies. That's very cool to see. Now we have a standard Frieza, a standard golden Frieza here, and the pretty standard deck list with this one. But except SER is Piccolo Gohan, not Golden Cooler. That's interesting. Also main decking two of these. Then we have Shroom and Salsa. Shroom and Salsa did exceptionally well in Europe, with Mikey and Big O getting 4th and 5th place. This list is, I can't comment too much because I haven't checked this deck out yet. I haven't checked it out, but this Tova made the deck very, very strong. There are also 4 copies of the promo. I like it. I like Shroom and Salsa, but I need to check it a bit more before I can actually comment on it. Then another Gohan, this one running Cell Max, also mainboarding one of these cells. One of these Brawl is here to knock out a card from the combo area in defense, and a bit more hand destruction. You have Dark Temptation Towa, you have Ribrienne here, and Slumber Strike, which is very, very cool. And yeah, that is the sideboard. There is also a Mono Blue Soul Striker, which is basically just good stuff. It's a good stuff deck. It's cool to see that it's running a Mira. And yeah, we're approaching the end with another Frieza swap. Another Frieza swap, guys. Yeah, Frieza swap. This is like the 4th one that we have seen, I think. And finally, SSG Trunks. I love it when SSG Trunks makes it into the top 16. I think this deck is pretty cool. So yeah, these are the 5th of August online deck lists. Let's move to 6th of August offline deck lists. Okay, we're continuing our rush through the deck list. So this is from the 6th of August. This is Zenkai Cup offline. So what do we have here? First place, Green Gohan. Green Gohan, first place. Congratulations on winning. Yeah, pretty standard. This one is running Wicked Saiyans. He's running 2 copies of King Vegeta Unison, like we saw in the previous deck list. Android 21 Perfection Spray, that one is interesting. And he's opting to go a bit less into hand destruction for just a bit more power here with Deluge of Power. And 2 of these Vegetas. Then that's an interesting choice. Then we have Frieza Swap. Yeah, we have Frieza Swap. Amazing deck. Absolutely amazing deck. Then after this we have Pan. We have Pan Reboot doing well again. Pan is really hard carrying red at the moment. Very aggressive. Delusions of Power here. Chain Attack Borgos. 1 Dark Rejuvenator Towa. Of course the SER. And going with 3 Broly's, 3 Gohans. Very, very strong list. Then we have Janemba Mill. Janemba Mill. Look, Peter, it's Janemba Mill. So yeah, this is an interesting one. Like, as far as Janemba Mills go, it's pretty standard from what I have seen, but I am not really a Janemba Mill player. And here is the sideboard. Then we have Android 21. This is the one that we have seen already. Yeah, I thought it was pretty standard, then I saw God Strike Bearer, so I think it's the same list that we have seen already. Then we have Golden Frieza. It's Legends deck again, so this is the same list as before. I think it's the same list as before. Then we have Hatch. Mr. Ram, look at this, we have Hatch. Yeah, 4 Petrification, really good right now. The Unisons are here. Golden Cooler is the SCR of choice. Very, very good deck. And he's running like 3 copies of the Demigra here. He's going with 3 Gojitas so that he can just start slapping you when you're locked down. Very good deck. Then we have another Gohan here. Just 2 Reddits in this one. A bit more pressure with Towa. 4 monkeys, so going more for those critical hits. Then we have Oob. Yes, you're saying this correctly. There was an Oob in the top 16. Very, very archetype based build. Very archetype. Not even running the promo cards. Just the standard Oob engine. Congratulations. Then we have Android 21. Super standard list. Maybe we have seen this one so far, because some of these decks will be repeats. Some of them will be repeats as it was a 2-day event. Then we have another Frieza swap. Man, this deck is on fire right now. Really on fire. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this one yet. And this is the sideboard. Then we are going into Green Cell, yeah, Ultimate Deck Cell. Actually not green yellow. This is not the version that you usually see. A lot of cells are now just mono green, hyper fast and destruction. So I can guess that this one caught a lot of players off guard. It's still a good deck. If you're going with a different route other than end destruction, but it uses like regeneration with the 7 cost, and then you have the combo with Celzino, or you can just go with your Unison. Less and less decks are actually using Black Smoke, so it's a bit safer now to go with Unison. And we have Gohan, another Gohan here. So I think this is also a list that we have seen before. No, we haven't seen this one before, I believe. Here's the Goku that you can just EX evolve over the Kaioken. He's going with Fated Rivals. SCR is Cell Max. There's also like 2 Coolers and 2 Reddits. And the final one is Android 16. Android 16. I love the name of it. I love the name of the deck. I can't comment much on this one because I haven't seen it yet in action, so I haven't really researched it that much. I will at some point, but for those of you who understand the lists, here you go. So yeah, these were the lists for the offline Zenkai Cup. Let's check out the lists for the online Zenkai Cup. And now finally, let's go over the lists for the final event, the online Zenkai Cup. First place, Android 21. Congratulations on winning. Pretty standard list here. Who's running 3 copies of Saiyan Synergy? You don't see this one usually in the decks. And just going very defensively with 4 Ultra Instinct Kamehamehas. And then we have Golden Frieza. Dane's Golden Frieza. Hey Dane, congrats man. Very, very standard, very normal Golden Frieza lists from what I'm seeing here. If I'm running 3 copies of this one, very interesting. I'm seeing them more and more, not necessarily. Oh no, only 1 copy. It's Deck Planet. Still, only 1 copy of this one, but it's interesting. It's seeing them pop up more and more often. If I miss something, I'm tired. I just went over like 30 plus deck lists. This one is not loading. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, okay. A broken link. Then we have Oob. We have Oob again. Male Oob. There is actually a deck profile for this one, I believe, on Kyocris. I will link it. Yeah, Male Oob. Very, very interesting. Just let me quickly show you the side as well. Expert 21. Expert 21, it's one of the most standard decks out there because it is a combo deck, so you're basically running the same things and trying to do your own thing here. What's cool is that there is one of these, you know, every now and then one of these pops out. Then another Expert 21, or I think this is just, yeah, this is the same one. Okay, so then we have SSG Trunks. You can see I'm so tired from rushing this that I'm making slight mistakes. I'm sorry for that. SSG Trunks, very, very cool deck. I really wish for this one to perform even better. But it's cool to see him and Truman Salsa carrying the weight for black. Android 21, let's see it. It's a standard version of Android 21. Here is the sideboard. Then we have Gohan. Here. 1 Bulma. You don't usually see this. This is interesting. 1 Bulma. And this Trunks. So these are the big standouts for me here. And then the rest is standard. Then we have another Gohan here. This one is running a Golden Cooler. So yeah, this can really catch you off. This can really catch you off guard. Like catch you by surprise. But the very, very interesting one is this. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, then we have Golden Frieza. Running Gohan instead of running the cooler. So that's an interesting tech. We have another Golden Frieza. This one running cooler. But all of these Golden Friezas are pretty standard lists. Because like it's a deck that has been tested and figured out a million times by now. Then we have Android 21, pretty similar with this one. I even think that we have seen this one at some point. Heavy Kick Krillin for extra pressure, 1 of Oobs. Then we have another, this is Expert 21. I think the only real deviation is like 1 monkey. And the rest is the standard Android Expert 21 stuff. Then we have another Expert 21 here. This one also very standard. Then we have Kyle's Cell. Congratulations, Kyle. Yeah. This is very similar to what Eric Molina used to run very early in our locals. I've heard the stories about blue-green cells, but this is more of a standard blue-yellow build, and it performed very well. It really performed very well, and the thing that makes me the happiest here is this one. I've always loved this one, and I'm happy that it sees some play finally. And then the rest is pretty standard. Yeah. And the last one is Bulma. The blockers, basically. Like I play blockers, super combos, Bulma stuff, not the one that I run, the good Bulma. Like that's there are some new cards here, like the Shlonku boss monster is here. You have Broly here as well. Cooler is your SCR. You have one copy of the Fireball here if it gets to that point in the game. So yeah, that's it. These are all of the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. What are your opinions? What's your opinion on the Gencon breakdown? What do you think of the meta in its current state? These were some of the biggest events that we have had in this meta. So yeah, are you surprised to see Gohan not doing so well? Are you surprised to see Gohan not doing so well? Gohan is really falling off. The deck is really falling off. It doesn't even need to be touched. It's really, really falling off right now. Anyway, there are some huge surprises here. Like this was very cool. Cell, Oob, awesome. Absolutely awesome. But let me know your opinions in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 3,000 subs. And then we're gonna have an awesome giveaway. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.